Everyone, it has been such a long time since I've done like just a general makeup look, so I decided why not do it again today. Today I'm going to be making another video. I've been working on something. I can't quite announce what it is yet, but nonetheless, I am going to be making content today. So I'll be behind my phone camera and I just want to make sure things look accordingly. Or things look a little bit put together. So what I used right now is the Milk Hydro Primer. You kind of want to put this everywhere, right? And then give it maybe a minute or so to get tacky. So the thing that's in here, I'll show you again, the Milk Hydro Primer, is blue agave, and that's what gives it this little sticky texture so that your makeup can kind of stick to it. I really like this so far because there's no fragrance in it. It's very me friendly. If you're new to this channel, you know that well, you probably don't know, but I have a lot of allergies. I have a lot of things. I have very sensitive skin. So there's not a lot of products that I like to repetitively use. So I think today I'm going to go in, while this is kind of setting up, with an eye cream to kind of prep my under eye before I go in with a concealer. What I'm going to use is the First Aid Beauty Eye Duty Niacinamide Eye Cream. Just need a little dot of it here and there. Yeah, my hair is all over the place. I tried doing it's not quite a blowout because I can't do those to save my life, but I tried doing something to kind of make my hair a little wavy last night. Didn't really work out, but I tried it. So while the rest of my face is still getting tacky, I think it's been about a minute, but the first thing that I'm going to do is go in with this Tarte Shape Tape. I am less and less in love with this lately just because of how it creases under my eye. Like, I love the coverage that it gives, and the shade that is there, but it really does crease underneath my eye no matter what I do. You're right, like I'm properly prepping it. Hopefully, if you guys have any other recommendations, then please let me know. So I'm taking just the regular foundation brush and using that to pat it in, and then I'm going to go in with a beauty blender. I'm just gonna lift it up here. I'm gonna go in with a beauty blender and I'm gonna wet it with just some water or setting spray, whatever you have on hand. And then I'm gonna blend it under my eye. I have a mirror here that's a little bit easier for me to see, but I will keep it upright. Okay. And then I'm gonna try and just do a little bit over my eye. I never really do a lot of eyeshadow. If anything, I'll do like neutral browns because it just works better. Okay, so once that is in, I will immediately go with my Charlotte Tilbury setting powder or finishing powder, and I'll put it in the exact location where I put it. I do have a loose powder that I used before, but I feel like it made it look a little bit more cakey. At the end of it, it might just totally be the Tarte Shape Tape that is giving it that look. So already my face looks a little bit more like brighter or lifted or awake. So what I'm gonna go in with now is this Merit Beauty Perfecting Stick. So this thing, like, I had not heard about them before, and they had reached out to me so that I could try it and give my honest feedback and review. And I have been using these little complexion sticks for, I don't know, like a month and a half now. They come in these little things. I'll leave the link down below. Because I don't like, when I'm just shooting content at home, I don't want to put like a full face of makeup. So this one is just very minimal beauty that's just meant to cover up any problem areas. And my main problem areas are the acne scars that I have on my cheeks and the slight hyperpigmentation that pops out. So and then I just dot a little bit here And I'm not rubbing it in like this. I'm stippling it in. This is also from Merit. It goes really well with it to like stamp all of this stuff in. All right, so now that this is in, obviously it's not like full coverage, but it's enough for me to just kind of like even out the tone, make everything look a little bit more put together. So after I use khaki, I'm going to go in with the shade Cacao with the Merit Perfecting Beauty Stick. I'm going to take this same brush, kind of get it all over the place, and then I'm going to put it on here. Before, I used to just like swipe it on here and then blend it out, and that worked okay. But the more and more I'm getting into makeup, the more and more I realize how important precision is when you're doing it, because it makes a huge difference, rather than if you were to just smear it on your face. And basically the technique, the application, where you're placing it, and then obviously I'll have to blend that out a little bit more. But this product is super easy to blend. It's one of my favorite things to use. Just gotta refer here. And then whatever is left over, I'll take it on the side of my nose. I think I already did some under here. And then I like to pronounce my chin a little bit, so I'll give myself a little bit of a stippling motion there. Okay, so you can kind of see how that brought a little bit of depth into my face, back into my face at least. But where you'll see the most changes when I start putting on this powder. Powder just makes everything look so much more put together. That's the word for today. I think that's what it is. How to look put together. We're gonna go back in with the Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder, oh my God. And we're just gonna go over my acne scars to kind of give it like a slight blur while also setting that complexion stick that we put on there. So this is actually the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder in shade 2, in shade medium. So I'm just gonna dot it around here, and also in the areas where I get pretty oily. So that's my T-zone, and on the sides of my nose, and I'll also put it here on the bottom of my chin. Okay, next, the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This is in shade Dark, and I'm going to put this wherever I put that cacao shade, which is on the outer areas. And if you've noticed, I'm stamping it almost into the skin. And then if I need to blend it, it's like a push and flick, but like pretty fast. So back in here, and a little bit of this goes a long way. I like making it look very natural. I'm still trying to perfect my my natural, what is it called? My natural makeup when using like more products, like a lot more foundation, a lot more concealer, and being a little bit more exact with things. So again, whatever's left over, kind of put it near my chin area, a little bit down my neck. That's that. I used to hate blush, but this NARS blush is it. I really like it. On my skin tone, it is barely noticeable, but like slightly there, just slightly there. And that's what I really like. It just kind of looks natural. So again, don't want to move too much product around, so I'm just kind of tapping it lightly above the area where I put cacao and that shade, the Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC. And then a little bit on my nose, just to make it look a little bit even everywhere. Okay, so that is pretty much the face, the foundation of it all. I'm gonna do my lips next. So I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury, oh my God, I need to focus. This is shade Hot Gossip, and this is their lip cheat line. I'm not overlining or anything. I'm not gonna overline, just tracing my lips. And then we're gonna go in with this Merit Beauty lip oil. This is in shade Cara Cara. And it's really just, it's really nice. Okay. Next thing, eyes. I'm gonna take this MAC Kohl liner in shade Teddy, so it's brown. And then I'm just gonna do this on the waterline here. You can see the difference, it's very subtle, but here it just looks a little bit more fuller at the base. And right here, it's, you know, it doesn't. So we're gonna do the same thing here. This took practice for me to do when I was growing up. Oops. This took practice for me to do, is just like close my eyes and trust that I know where to put the pencil and that it's not gonna stick my eye. So, and then I do a little bit of this flicking thing for anything that ends up here, and it kind of gives me like the slightest hint of a wing, but I usually blend it out. Like I don't. Another thing that I like to do with this, I'll show you, since I put concealer on, is go in where the crease is, right? And then this is just gonna add a little bit of depth. And you leave it like that. No, just kidding. So you can take a little bit of a brown shadow. I am not. And then you just have a little bit of what do you call this? A brush, little brush, and you just go in on the crease to just kind of give your eye a little more depth. I don't know if this is called eye contouring. I'm not really great at the whole contour thing. Bronzing is like a different story, but contouring, I can do. Okay, so looks kind of blended to me, just like a very natural, just very natural eyeshadow trick that I like to do that doesn't require a lot of steps. That gives me a little bit more depth. What I'm gonna do next is curl my lashes and get my mascara ready. So I have baby lashes. I've had them my whole entire life. They're stick straight and just have the hardest time staying up after I put mascara. But I noticed that if I apply a mascara a certain way, and I'll show you, if I apply it in a certain way, it'll stay curled a little bit longer and a little bit more defined. So, curled my lashes. Now I'm going to take the YSL Lash Clash, and I'm just going to put it, like I'm going to turn my thing this way, and I'm looking in my mirror, and I'm just going to put it on the tips. Like, I don't know what it is that makes this work, but, oops. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put it here. Obviously, I made a little uh-oh. And then a little bit under my eye. Did I smudge? I smudged. This is all a usual part of my morning routine. I can sit here and be as exact as I want to, and I will still get a little hiccup. Whatever, we'll let that dry and then fix it up. And the last thing that I'm going to do is take an eyebrow gel. I've been using this one by Merit Beauty. I need concentration. And I used to not like this one. And again, I'm not like head over heels for it, but it gets the job done. I start in the middle of my eyebrow and work my way upwards, like just kind of feathering up. Then you can see the difference between the two, and I'll show you here. Start in the middle just to kind of get the product out, because you don't want to put all of it here and start really heavy-handed. And then slightly bring it out and then go back through your middle and put all of these together. Okay. I think this is good. This is what it's looking like. All right. My eyebrow or my eyelash is a little crooked, but I'm gonna go get changed, but this is the finished look. Let me show you with my hair down, and I'm gonna change out of my boyfriend's long sleeve. It's one of the comfiest things. I low-key don't want to give this back, but I will. Anyways, this is the finished look. I'm gonna spray it with the Milk Hydro Mist setting spray, sorry, and let it dry. That way it doesn't look like too cakey or too powdery. But this is the finished look. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna get changed, start shooting my content for the day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.